A shortage of dumb people doing really stupid things. Welcome to another edition of Idiotology with Lynch and Taco. 1011 WJRR. Bunch of freaking idiots.
All right, this hour of the show is brought to you by Dell Air Plumbing and Electric. Thank you, Dell. Residents of a neighborhood near Salt Lake City, Utah, were evacuated after large amounts of explosive material were found inside of one of the homes in the neighborhood.
Is this like some crazy dude?
This is a family that has apparently been in possession of what was described as ancient dynamite that has been passed down from generation to generation.
Man, if I'm one of the generations, I'm doing a hard pass on taking it.
Which is what the current homeowner called a friend to find out. I said, hey, how do I get rid of this stuff? Let's call the fire department. Let's find out. The fire department arrives to find what they described as, quote, a lot of this ancient dynamite that had become unstable.
Was it passed on from, like, when you say generations, was it passed on from, like, gold miners back in the day? And then...
Who knows, dude? But anyway, so this is enormous amount of dynamite. It was determined that there's no nefarious intentions. They're not building bombs or anything. The homeowner just said, I want to get rid of this stuff. So they dispatched the hazardous materials team and the bomb squad, and they determined that it was unsafe to move this stuff. It's going to need to be detonated in place.
In their house?
Yes.
Oh.
So they went door to door and alerted the neighbors that they should probably evacuate while this procedure is carried out, that their homes would be fine. However, they informed the homeowner that theirs would be uninhabitable.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. If you have
after the detonation,
a large amount of dynamite, even if you have some, like garbage can robot thing that goes and sits over it and you explode, it holds all the compression.
They said the cleanup's going to take some amount of time.
If you've ever done any remodeling at all, let's just say chipping up one tile floor, think of the dust. You find dust 4 years later on top of tall things, or in the nooks and crannies from all the dust. Now, that was just a tile floor. Think of the entire inside of the house.
With all that said, do you even call the insurance company after this? So, hello, farmers. Got a new one for you.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd have to call them ahead. Oh, God.
Fire department bomb you blew up my house.
No, this is where they have, like, ask an agent, like a telephone line that you call.
Right. And they just keep passing you off to somebody else.
No. No, it's like...
Hold on, please hold.
Oh, yeah, definitely they'd pass the buck. But it's like, when you call a vet or an ask a nurse, and you're like, hey, nurse, what are you wearing today? I mean, hey, nurse, I've got this, like a nasal situation going on. What do you think it is? Oh, that could be post-nasal drip. Don't worry. This one you go, hey, look, okay, Mr. Insurance, I might have some dynamite in the house that they might have to detonate. Is it covered? Oh man, that would suck. Thanks, Dad.
Right.
For passing
Granddad or great grandpa or whatever. Next, we move to a federal lawsuit that has been filed alleging inmates are dying in hot Texas prisons without air conditioning. This coming on the heels of last summer's heat wave, which really hit Texas hard. If you remember, they had those triple-digit temperatures for like 2 months in a row.
Yeah, because we had it for a week or two, and we were dying.
And it was even hotter there. And I guess some of the Texas prisons they don't really, air conditioning. And it one of the things specified in the lawsuit was that some inmates in some of these hot prisons had to resort to flooding the floors of their cells with toilet water and laying in the water to cool down.
Hey, man, you shouldn't have committed the crime. Bob World Order in effect. I'm sorry. if you didn't have the thought to break into that person's home who you didn't even know and they did nothing to you.
That's true, Taco Bob. But
you got to cool off in a little toilet water. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right?
I didn't expect any empathy from a hardened criminal like yourself.
I mean, for those men and ladies that we have listening right now that are in there for like a weed charge or something, I wouldn't want you having to bathe in toilet water.
33rd Street's air conditioning.
You shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't even have to be in there. But the other ones, God, if you had to bathe in not only toilet water, jail toilet water, like my fellas fell in the water at Earth Day Birthday and the VIP. No. Let me clarify.
Wait, what?
It was the listener VIP toilet. There was the water. It was pretty high, and I kind of have
you were sitting down. I thought at the urinal. I was like, how did you do that?
No.
Wow.
No, I'm not 85 yet. No, I was on the actual toilet. It was early in the day, and I was like, oh man, because I've had that feeling before when I sat in a toilet that was flooding and didn't realize it.
Yeah.
But if you had to bathe in that prisoner toilet water, because they're not courtesy flushing or triple flushing to make sure everything,
For those newer to the show who heard my hardened criminal of Taco Bob, that was part of his lurid past. He has since paid his due. He's a changed man since the days.
Rehabilitated,
back
we call
in,
it.
Back in, what was it? Which prison?
Sing Sing.
Sing Sing. Did they have air conditioning?
What? No. How do you think I fermented the rat pea peach wine? No AC helps the fermentation project or production. Anyway, and for those of you new to the program that are wondering why my fellows would fall into a toilet water, I had a procedure done when I was younger, and it was a double hernia hydrocele operation. Well, prior to said operation, I had something some would call elephantitis. And, we got rid of the elephant's tusks or his, let's say we got rid of the elephant's fat matter, but we, he still had really hanging chubby cheeks that hang.
By the way,
the bag stayed the same size.
This episode all unfolded my first week working here with him.
Yeah, he walked in and I was sitting on a bag of peas. He goes, "What are you doing?" Yeah, I had ball surgery.
Like, oh boy, how long is this going to last? And well, here we are.
Almost 30 years later.
Some video you might want to look at. Some of you might find it upsetting because it does depict a bloodied horse.
What?
One of two horses, military horses, that got spooked by a noise from a building site yesterday in downtown London during morning rush hour. These horses, 5 military horses, were on a routine exercise near Buckingham Palace, threw off their riders, caused chaos as they galloped loose through central London streets, colliding with vehicles during the busy morning rush hour. The commotion erupted when the horses from the Household Cavalry, which were conducting an extended exercise for upcoming military parades, presumably became alarmed by the sound of concrete falling off a moving walkway at a construction site that sent the horses off in a panic. This went on for unchecked, running through the streets of downtown London during morning rush hour for quite some time before they were able to get these horses corralled. I mean, it is nuts.
Wow.
And the crashing into cars, taxis, buses, shattering windows, smashed the windshield out of a tour bus.
Hello, insurance line. This is Bob. Remember how we talked about the dynamite that I might have in my house?
Yeah, about that.
Well, that's one thing, but I was in traffic in rush hour, just going to, do my hard work as a citizen, and a horse ran into my quarter panel. What to do?
Stay connected.